In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can run large language models such as ChatGPT locally on your computer by using your GPU. This allows you to talk with LLMs completely for free on your own system, completely locally and privately. So let's get started with the setup. Because it's super crucial, you could use it also with other applications such as Visual Studio Code to code with local models or N8N to create AI automations locally on your system completely for free. So the application that allows us to do this is called Ollama. Ollama allows you to get multiple open source models locally installed on your computer. It is available on macOS, Linux and Windows completely for free. So go to ollama.com/download and download Ollama for your version of computer. If you've got macOS, there is an installer for all of the ecosystems. For Linux, you have to run a terminal command, and for Windows, you have an installer. So after you install Ollama, all you have to do is go on your terminal and type Ollama. This will show you the available commands that you can run. For example, you can run Ollama list to see the available models on your system. When you start out, you have no model on your system. So how about we go ahead and see how we can download models, which models you can use on your own system according to your GPU power, and also how we can run this system locally on our computer. The great part about Ollama is that it gives you also a visual interface with chat history where you can sift around multiple models and also interact through a graphical interface with the models you have on your system. So the first thing you want to do is go back to ollama.com and click Models. This will allow you to find different available models that are compatible with the Ollama platform. First of all, before we begin, there is also Ollama Cloud that allows you to run big models on their cloud infrastructure. This is not local and requires a $20 subscription per month. This is not what we're interested about. We care about models that we will be able to run locally. You can also get embedding models that you can use with applications such as RAG. You can use vision models that are able to understand images, which is very powerful. You can use models that could be integrated with tools, can call tools, so these are mostly agentic, and you also have thinking models. You can search by popular models or by newest models. So in our case today, we're going to go and download one version of Qwen. So click on the model you're interested about and you are going to see a list of models. Click View All, this is very important, and you can see a huge list of different models you can download. You can see their size, context window, and type of input. All of these are text-based models. So, how can you select one of these models? Which one should you select? And what can you run on your system? Well, I asked GPT to give me an understanding of the requirements of each models. So let's get started. Each model has a specific size. Models are sized using billions of parameters. For example, here you see Qwen 0.6b. This means it has 0.6 billion parameters, and here you can see its size. If we come here, it tells us that we need to have VRAM equal to the model parameters in billions multiplied by the bytes per parameter. To make this a little bit easier for you, we have a table that shows us the billion parameters of the model, the precision, and how much approximately VRAM we need. An easier and faster way to guess if you can run this on your system is just to see the size of the model here. So you need to check what GPU you have on your system and how much VRAM it has. If you have an NVIDIA GPU, you can really easily type on the terminal NVIDIA SMI. This shows me that I have 12 gigabytes of VRAM. So I can run potentially a model that is up to 12 gigabytes of size. However, you always want to leave some VRAM for other cases. So I would suggest that you go up to 50, maybe 60% of your total VRAM. So in this case, I could potentially run Qwen 3 with 14 billion parameters. But because I want to leave some GPU on my end, I will have to select a different model. For each person in here, different models have different requirements. And if you scroll down, you can find quantized models. These models are essentially shrinked models which are actually bigger. You can see here, this is a 4 billion model, with only 2.5 gigabytes of storage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install this model. I click on it and Ollama gives me the command. So I can copy this command, go to my terminal and paste it. However, in some cases, you don't really want to do that. If you type Ollama, you're going to see that there is a command that says pull, and this allows you to pull a model locally to your computer. Ollama run is going to just start a model. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type the same command again and replace run with pull, because first I want to get the weights. So I'm running Ollama pull, and this model is right now getting downloaded on my system. This will take about 6 minutes, so I will do a small edit on the video so we don't waste your time. But let's do a small advertisement here. If you're interested in learning more about AI, I have created a free school community. I have populated with multiple tutorials and courses that you can access completely for free by joining on the link down below in the description. I would love to see you inside this community, and every single week I post new tutorials and potentially even new courses that you can access completely for free. This is a great free material for you to start learning AI, from N8N automations to coding with AI to mastering image and video generation. One of the things that I talked about before is that you can use Ollama and run it with N8N locally on your system. This is actually available on the N8N course inside the school community. You can see it exactly over here on theoretical knowledge. Another thing I talked about is coding agents. And there is also a tutorial on master AI coding agents inside the school community that shows you how to run local LLMs with Ollama inside Visual Studio Code that allows you to do code completion. And all of these runs on your system. You don't pay any provider. You just pay for the electricity you spend. So make sure to jump into the school community to get access to all of these free material. Again, it's completely free to join, and we already have 88 members. So as we wait for the download to happen, if I open up the UI of Ollama, I can shift the model by just clicking on this tab over here, and we can also download instantly other models. Let's type hi here, so our model, the Qwen 0.6 billion parameter, is going to run. Boom, it's a thinking model, so it has also thoughts, which is something amazing. If you want to train your own AI model or create artificial data, you can actually use this thinking to gather data on your prompts. So boom, hello, how can I assist you today? Hi, what model are you? And you can see how easily you can interact with models with a beautiful UI. This is pretty great. Also, if you open up this button over here, you can see the history and just spin up a new chat. Also, on the terminal, you can also talk with a model through a terminal. If you type Ollama, you can type Ollama list to see the models you have available, and then you can type Ollama run and the name of the model that you have available on your system. So in this case, Ollama run Qwen 3 0.6b. Hi, here we can see the thinking prompt, and here we can see the actual answer. It's really that easy. You type /by and you close the chat. As simple as that. One thing you have to understand is that bigger models take more time and require more power, however, they're more smart. So if you want to use this kind of big models, you will need either a bigger GPU and a little bit more patience. However, in most people that have a quite good GPU, you could literally run super capable models such as Qwen 3 variants. Try to find a quantized version that gives you both a big powerful model, but at the lowest VRAM cost possible. So let's do a small edit here and check out how to run the new model we're currently downloading. Okay, so as we can see, the model is actually downloaded. We can run again the Ollama command. If you forget the commands, just type Ollama, just like I do. Ollama list to see the available models, and then we type Ollama run. We copy the name of the new model we just downloaded. We paste it here, and boom, the new model starts to spin up and we can test it. Hi. So boom, this model is actually thinking quite a lot. Look at this. It's really thinking for the answer. create a hello world Python function and run it. Let's see, can it do it? Okay, so let's see. Probably it will not be able to run it because there's no tools available for, the Ollama model. So boom, sample output, hello world. This is just, just showing us a preview. And this is the actual function and how you can call it. So boom, that works pretty nicely. And you can go in here and type quen, and boom, you can find the new model. Hi, write a function to create a list of 10 integers in Python. Okay, so we can see here the model is thinking, it starts to work, and it is really as simple as that to use AI models locally on your system. What I would highly suggest is that if you're interested in NA10 automations, you go ahead in the school community and see the NA10 Ollama tutorial, or if you're interested about coding and running the models you have here locally inside Visual Studio Code to do coding with them, go into the Master AI Coding course in the school community and check what happens there. We can see here also that the output is super beautified and super cool. We can see examples and a lot of other stuff, and everything functions as expected. One of the greatest part is that this model, Quen 3 with 4 billion thinking, is up to par with GPT 4.0 or GPT 5 mini, the very small one, not actually mini, I think it's called nano, in terms of performance. So you have a very capable model, complete for free on your system, to do mostly basic queries. So hopefully you found this video interesting. Let me know what you think about it. Also give me suggestions of new videos down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching.